A major geopolitical and economic development has emerged from West Asia, as Iran has declared that the Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most critical energy choke points, is now completely open for commercial shipping during a fragile ceasefire period. The announcement has triggered immediate global reactions, including a sharp drop in oil prices and cautious optimism in international markets. The Strait of Hormuz, a narrow waterway connecting the Persian Gulf to the Arabian Sea, carries nearly one-fifth of global oil and liquefied natural gas shipments. Any disruption here has a direct impact on global energy supplies, inflation, and economic stability. Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi stated that commercial vessels are now allowed to pass through the strait under coordinated maritime routes during the ceasefire. This statement was quickly echoed by US President Donald Trump, who claimed that Iran had agreed to keep the strait open and would no longer use it as a weapon against global energy security. Following these remarks, global oil markets reacted sharply. Brent crude prices fell significantly, briefly dropping below recent highs as traders responded to the easing of immediate supply fears. Stock markets in Europe and the United States also saw gains, reflecting improved investor sentiment. However, the situation remains far from settled. Despite Iran's announcement, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps and senior Iranian parliamentary figures have issued warnings that the opening is conditional. They have stated that if the United States continues what they describe as a naval blockade or hostile restrictions on Iranian shipping, the strait could once again be restricted or closed. One Iranian official emphasized that control over the strait will be determined on the ground, not through social media declarations, directly challenging Washington's narrative. Adding further complexity, President Trump has insisted that US naval restrictions on Iranian ports will remain in place until a broader transaction or agreement is fully completed. He also claimed that Iran has agreed to suspend aspects of its nuclear program, though Tehran has not officially confirmed such commitments. Maritime agencies and shipping associations remain cautious. Industry bodies have warned that risks such as naval mines, military tensions, and unclear security guarantees still make the route uncertain for commercial operators. Several shipping companies have stated they will avoid the region until conditions stabilize and safe passage is fully verified. Meanwhile, diplomatic efforts are intensifying. European leaders, including France and the United Kingdom, have welcomed the announcement, but stressed that the reopening must be permanent, secure, and enforceable under international maritime law. Discussions are reportedly underway for a multinational mission aimed at ensuring safe navigation through the strait. The broader regional backdrop also remains tense. A fragile ceasefire involving Israel, Lebanon, and Iran-backed forces has temporarily reduced hostilities. But both Israeli and Iranian officials continue to signal that military options remain on the table if conditions deteriorate. In summary, while the declaration that the Strait of Hormuz is open has brought temporary relief to global markets, the underlying geopolitical tensions have not been resolved. The situation remains highly fluid, with the potential for rapid escalation still present if diplomatic negotiations fail or military restrictions resume.